Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth. I am the one, the only.
No.
I was about to transfer across. You always fucking come too early.
Damn. Go on.
You peak. You
No.
peak now. Go on, interrupt me. Interrupt me again and I'll show you what happens. Be a swift kick to the nuts.
Continue.
No,
No. Please.
you've started, you might as well finish something for once.
Why are you hurting my feelings?
You know, because hard times.
Come on, let's get it on.
No, I'm going now.
Oh. Listen, come on.
No. Go for it. You've
Right.
interrupted me. You know, just because you want to go for the introduction. You know, you could have asked. You could have asked if you know. I've got you suppressing the button, and now you think you can interrupt me. So go on, start off.
I've had you interrupt me dozens of times when pressing the button. Anyway, I'm Matt Burns, and across from me is the man, the myth, the legend, Nathan Goff.
And now we have the whole industrial estate deafened.
And?
The dogs could have heard that. Our baby Matilda's just ran out the office.
You have a Matilda? Never knew. Why did they say?
We have a Motley as well somewhere.
We've always had a motley. I know about the motley.
We keep it fed, watered.
Should be neutered.
It looks like it's been neutered. I was going to ask you if you took it out.
I never touched it.
Wasn't me. So, busy week. You know, stars die, babies are born, and the world doesn't give a fuck if someone who isn't rich dies.
Yep.
But once they've had a number one or become famous, everybody gives a shit. Welcome to the human race. We're all shallow, and people only give a shit if you've got money
Sounds about right.
or do porn.
Anything else you want to add in? Nope. Fair enough.
I'm going to be a little bit annoyed because I know you want to pay respects to China, and my condolences go out to her family, but I don't see why the wrestling world's mourning this as a great loss. This is the woman that has done parodies about the company.
I'm just saying she did do quite a bit for women wrestling on a different scale. However, I do agree with you in the opposite aspect as well. But it's a bit of an awkward thing.
It's a double-edged sword. My condolences go to the family, you know, she died too young, yes. But I don't see why the wrestling world is making such a big fuss about it. You know, if you asked Triple H last year if she was going to get in the Hall of Fame, the answer would have been, hell fucking no! Ask him today. There's a good chance that she might make an
She
appearance in the Hall
should be
of Fame.
in the Hall of Fame.
Why? Because she's now dead? You can't defend anyone when you've died, so she can't dig any more trenches and go, Triple H raped me or something like that. You know, pretty much like the Katie Vick.
No! No. We're not going down that road.
No, we're not, but
No.
I don't see how in the space of 6 months it's gone from I don't want to discuss China to she's Hall of Fame potential. You know, if dying does that much, when I'm gone, TNA best put me in their celebrity wing.
I'm surprised I've got you there now.
Oh,
For how bad it's getting.
World Championship material here. Me and Drew Galloway could have a half-a-star match easily.
At the bar?
Oh, that'd be a 5-star match. I'd quite happily spend another night drinking with Drew Galloway.
I'm sure you would.
The man knocks it back.
I he does.
And so does Jack Jester. It's the only time I've felt inferior standing next to them pair queuing for a drink.
Queuing for a drink, he's like, one side Drew, next time Jester.
I'm about 6 foot, 6'1". So I aren't like midget size, but I've got Jack Jester that's about 6'4", 6'3", and then I've got Drew Galloway that's 6'6". I look like a fucking hornswoggle in between the pair of them. What's like that? It's like, Carls, pick me up.
Left.
I feel small.
However, I do remember that night because when Jack Jester bumped into Kelsey because he was in a full suit. Oh, sorry. He thought he was a lawyer.
But no, it's an interesting one, and it's something that I want to discuss at a later point. I know it's a bit early to discuss
It's
it
too
now,
early.
but at a later point, we will discuss why she's a Hall of Famer
Right.
all of a sudden.
Basically, what we're going to do is, best way I can say is, we're going to sort of, condolences to the family, to family and everything. It is sad when a wrestler dies and everything, but she was actually quite instrumental in.
Oh, she's a revolutionary, but
But we're not going to continue on that matter. What we're going to do is, it'd be better if we save that for a later subject where we can do more of a for and against. Do you agree?
yeah, I won't say what I want to say about it this week. Then I'll save it for later on.
Yeah, save it for later on because at the moment I think it's probably a bit too raw. A bit. It's some people are either still getting the news or it's probably fresh. So with that, we do pay our respects to her, and
We'll move on.
we'll move on.
So, total non-stop idiots.
Oh
Have
dear.
you heard why Dixie didn't sell to the country person?
Go on.
So the person who was interested in buying it, Keith, I forget what his surname is. I read it yesterday. I was reading up because I wanted to bring it up today. Keith Moss, I think his name is. Potentially. I'm not 100% certain, but he has connections. Because he's a country singer, he has connections. He's good friends with JR. And he wanted to buy TNA. Now, Dixie Carter's all happy for people to invest the money.
Keith won it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, good lord.
So, Toby Keith. Now, he wanted to buy TNA.
Yeah, Toby Keith has actually been involved in TNA before.
Has he?
Yes. He has. He's actually even been on the show.
Right.
Suplexing Jeff Jarrett. But, he does
But
actually...
he wants to buy TNA. Now, Dixie wants to keep 51% of the company.
Right.
Which means she has the controlling share. So, the problem is with investors, they see Dixie as part of the problem, not the solution. Because she's effectively bankrupting them at the moment. And no single word.
Yeah.
Look at how many
The problem is
originals are leaving in the last couple of weeks.
leaving, don't you mean gone?
Well, they're still on TNA television until the last match is aired.
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
So, Velvet Sky, gone. But why have they got rid of Velvet Sky? Have they found cheaper talent, or... The excuse to give is they decided not to renew the contract. Well, how much is Velvet's contract worth? If you had to estimate.
I don't know.
James Storm signed a £200,000 contract, didn't he?
Yep.
A year? If I'm not mistaken, he can still do independent bookings that aren't televised.
Yeah.
So Velvet Skies must be in the region of 80 to 100,000.
Possibly.
Christy Hemming has left.
Yep. Ring announcer.
What was she on? About 60 to 80?
They might have had her on a bit more because she's former WWE.
But she's a ring announcer.
But she has wrestled.
She's a ring announcer.
I'm not the one.
No. But, so, you're bringing in talents that you can pay per deal instead of paying on a full-term contract. But I don't understand it. Why are you bringing new people in if you can't afford to pay what you've got at the moment? You know, that's a bit like me going to an all-you-can-eat buffet with Matt Burns, and Matt Burns eating all the food and me going, well, I didn't get mine. James Storm got paid and I haven't.
Really?
If I took you to an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd tell you come half an hour later so I could have my fucking go first.
I'm not that bad. Don't look at me like that. Folks, I'm getting stared at right now. You know, great for a podcast being stared at.
I think the silence says bullshit. But it's just pointless. You should work with what you've got or make cutbacks from where you've got. Do they really need all these new knockouts they're bringing in? Like, what would you classify as a stable roster size at the moment? So if you work on television,
yep,
and you're doing the television taping, I take it you need a rough roster size of about 16 to 18 guys,
yeah,
and about 6 females.
You need enough. You need enough to be able to support each championship that they've got.
We covered that last week, Sound Guy. You're a week behind us.
However, you can say that it was a cutback. However, they still actually owe rent on it. So, technically, it's part of the cutback, but they still owe money on it. And could actually be taken to court over it.
So, but that's an interesting question. So, if you're an independent company, because WWE is the exception to the rule. So, if you're an independent company who does, say, 3 to 6 house shows a month, 3 to 6, not 36. What's a stable roster size where you could do that and the cost not be extravagant?
It varies because it depends on how they're running it. Because in some cases, it can be. You've got to have enough wrestlers to cover each championship. You've got to have enough wrestlers to support any divisions that they've got.
So let's have a look at it at the moment. So they've got the heavyweight title.
Yep.
And in that, because that's your main event part of the roster, I think you should have 4 to 6 people in the main. In the main part.
That's about right.
At one point. Right, so that's fine. Your mid card. So like your TV title or your X Division title.
TV title, X Division, whatever you want
But
to call it.
TNA's like, I suppose it's in between. I'm on about like a general company, so Ring of Honor, something like that. Like, so if it's only had one mid card title, because if you're going to make cutbacks, they should look at the production and go, do we really need a X Division, TV, and a main title, like King of the Mountain title, and so if you're trying to run them 3 divisions, you need, I'd say 4 to 8 in each one.
Yeah.
A tag team division, you need at least 4 or 6 tag teams.
That's double, so
you're looking at 8 to 12 people. And then a women's division.
Which yet again,
I'd say 4 or 6.
not 4 or 6.
And then after, say, three managers. Well, 2 managers.
3.
2 to 3 on the managers.
2 to 3, and an authority figure.
No.
On some of them you do. Some they do, but that's where the manager comes into play.
So, if you're running this on like a bare bones structure, you're looking at 26 performers and
Two.
1 announcer. That's on a bare skeleton staff. So if you're trying,
That's the thingy side, not the backstages and
No.
the help or anything. That's just for the actual show. The entertainers is what you said.
that's to run like a bare bones tour.
2 refs. 2 referees.
Okay, so you need like 29 people,
About 29, yeah.
like to run a bare bones tour where people aren't seeing the same shit every night.
Yeah.
So, say your performer's getting paid roughly, say 1,500 per show. It'll vary between the upper and the lower talents.
As it does.
So to run a show, you're looking at nearly costs of 38,500 for talent.
That's quite a bit.
And I don't think anyone in TNA has actually sat down and done the sums and gone, guys, we need to do fucking $200,000 a month just to pay the talent.
Or get them doing more shows.
Like, people are going to go, but Nathan, they get television revenue. They get lump sum television revenue, which then they have to pay for advertising in the towns. It's like someone should just intervene and put some common sense in there, going, we can't keep doing crowds of 400 or 500 at house shows. We need a minimum of like 1,500 to 2,000.
The best way to describe it as, I think personally, they've tried changing the people who are running it, like booking wise and everything. They've tried different networks. Eventually, at some point, it's going to lead to the option. It's the higher ups. Now,
JR was part of the Toby Keith deal.
yeah.
So JR was going to come in and help move TNA in a different direction.
Which, if you ever get a chance, if you had a chance to get involved with having JR involved in your business, then is that good or bad?
It's good. 'Cause
Wait, it's good.
JR's got a good eye for talent.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
But he also understands it from a business point of view,
As well.
where you start them off on a basic, and then if they sell merch, give them cuts of the merch.
Build them up, build them up, build them up, build them up.
But surely Dixie must realise that that's a good deal.
Well, was a good deal if in the event if she's missed it. Now, it's just insane.
I just think it needs a total rebranding. Like, they need 2 or 3 months off, an off-season, like Lucha Underground has, and come back as something completely different than TNA. Because that name at the moment is a laughing stock in professional wrestling.
Sounds about right. It does.
Most Americans think it's a laughing stock.
The funny thing about it is, if you actually watch it,
Some of the matches they do
Lately.
are brilliant.
I've been getting better. But then 1 minute they're doing something, then they're just going absolutely stupid. Aren't they? They're going stupid.
Yeah.
It's actually 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Do you agree?
Yeah, like the matches. Well, I don't agree with some of the matches. Like, they've probably got the best woman valet at the moment, and they try and make her wrestle. Leave her with what she's good at. Like, if she doesn't want to wrestle, don't make her wrestle.
I take it you're on about...
Maria Canales.
She did that 1 match, and now she's in charge. She's in charge. And that's not a spoiler. That was recently done.
They've done another one.
No. We're not doing spoilers. We're leaving it there. Let's carry on.
But Like, you should just let her do... Like, you need to play to the strengths of every person in your roster.
Yeah.
So people like Grado, let him be fun. Let him just undercard,
Let
midcard.
him be Grado.
Yeah, just let him be fun. People like
You
Drew
can stop saying that
McIntyre.
one. This is probably one of the rare few times where I'll actually agree with the sound guy. Yeah, too many chefs, not enough waiters, is it? I believe.
Too many chefs
Yeah,
and
not enough cooks. That was it. Too many chefs, not enough cooks. And it does seem like that. And here's the problem. You can use excuse after excuse after excuse. Eventually, once everything's been broken down and you've done all the patterns, you can't go, oh, it's that guy again. Oh, it's this guy again. No. There's a problem with the management. There's a problem with the higher up. They're either spending too much money, doing the wrong dealerships, the wrong business. Which straight away, if that's the case, as much as you may own the business and whatnot, if by you being involved, you're actually hurting your business, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because the person who should be doing the best for your business is yourself. So it might be a case of, instead of taking on too much, are they taking on too much? Are they doing this wrong? Or is she the best person to do, some of it?
My biggest problem with TNA at the moment is I just look and wonder, where's the star power? Where's your main draws coming from? Like the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys aren't getting any younger.
And eventually...
And would you classify Matt Hardy as a world champion? I know he's been world champion, but would you class him as a world championship material? Say TNA still had Booker T, Kurt Angle, Christian Cage, and AJ Styles, and Jeff Jarrett.
He ain't going anywhere near that title.
Would Matt Hardy be the world champion at the moment?
Nope.
Would EC3 be near the world title?
EC3 was when Kurt Angle was around and everything,
But Kurt Angle's coming towards the end of his time and he was putting people over.
Yeah.
I'm on about Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe time.
and everything.
Like, I look at
Maybe
the state
not.
of TNA now and go,
Maybe not, but it all depends on who was in charge. Where they're looking for the next star and everything. That's where EC3 probably has an advantage because they're looking for that next star. He may not be at the main event level yet, but they might be putting him in the direction to make him become a main event later on. Would you agree with that?
yeah, I just think that like main event talent is
Lacking.
yeah. And I love Drew Galloway, but is Drew Galloway the headline act that's going to bring you 2 or 3 million viewers in on television?
As much as they had a claim of him being the chosen one, not really. Because not everyone knows him yet.
People know him,
No, they know him, but do they...
but people just think of him as part of 3MB.
Yeah. It is. But anyway, shall we move on? Because I've got a bit of a topic that we need... They do. Some of them do. Some of them do. They just don't know how to develop it right. Or they don't know how to actually use it correctly.
I disagree. Like, some of the wrestlers do have charisma, just not used in the right...
It's right. You get what I was saying, don't you?
Yeah, like, they're just not used. Like, the biggest problem I have with wrestling today, people are taught to play characters. And once that character's grown stale...
They don't know how to be anybody else.
Yeah. So, if you look at... I'll use British wrestling as an example. So, British wrestling still thinks it's a villain of, like, the 1980s pantomime.
Ooh. Hey.
Insults a couple of members of the audience, and heel hit. Where...
It varies from area to area.
Why not, like, expose some turnbuckles, pull the referee in front of you? Why not make yourself different and attract.
That's the thing. A lot of heels that know that do tend to do that.
I know, but they need to find stuff that pulls them apart from what's in the main.
Make them more unique.
Yeah.
Make them look special, more. Ooh, I didn't expect that. Sort of thing is what you mean. I agree.
So what's your big topic?
Mine is to do with a former TNA wrestler or part owner. Jeff Jarrett.
God. I've got a feeling this is going to piss me off a little bit.
Oh, it's going to massively. Because it massively annoys me. What's that say to you? It's not going to end well, is it? If I'm upset as well. Right. Global Force Wrestling.
Global Force.
It gets worse. Oh, that's actually... Some could consider that correct. And I'll just point this out. Sound guy, yes, you got it right. I saw you write it on the board. That's where I am heading it. Straight away.
Are we on about the titles?
Oh no. Oh no.
Because the titles look like something I could buy from a shop.
Potentially. However, they just decided to debut something brand new. Called Global Force Gold. What's the advertising it on? Well, basically, you go on there to buy carrot bars. You basically buy carrot bars. You know, blah blah blah, start building up money. However, there's one little problem with this.
You can't spend it on there?
No, it's the way it's being run. The way it's being run. The basic way is you'll make money getting your friends to send money to buy the carrot bars, and continue getting money when they convince their friends to send money to buy more carrot bars, and even more money when they get them to buy more carrot bars. Sounding familiar? Does this sound like a bit of a, what do they call it?
Pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme? Let's have a check. Not a lawyer, for example, but or in law enforcement, but aren't pyramid schemes illegal?
No.
Are they not?
So it's called pyramid selling.
Right.
So a load of companies have structure themselves on a pyramid table. So let's go for example of what people are going to know about.
Well,
so there's at the moment there's a phrase going around Facebook which is just juice, which is a juicing one. So it's done on a pyramid where you've got people that are selling it.
Yeah.
Whereas they try to get their friends to sign up to sell it, they get paid for the recommendations that they get in for friends to do the business, but they also get paid on the products. And Forever Living's another example.
Well, the problem with that is when they've been doing this, it's sort of been pointed out because technically you're meant to prove it's multi-level marketing where profit's being made on the sale of products, which in this case is carrot bars, and not just on the sale of new franchises to sell the product. And unfortunately, a internet scam buster has sort of already jumped on and already throwing their feet in and saying it's a scam. Which Jeff Jarrett has already gone out there personally, already organising and saying, please join Team Jarrett. Really pushing it. So the question is, has he been led to believe that this is a great idea, or does he actually know what? You get what I'm saying?
We'll know when the scheme starts up in a couple of months on how people get paid.
Technically, it's already.
I know it's up now, but you'll see in a couple of months because if people are pissed off with it,
massively,
then you know it's gone horribly fucking wrong.
Yeah, which straight away, if I was Jeff Jarrett and the first sign you are getting, if
I was Jeff Jarrett, I'd be watching very closely, and
news.
as soon as shit was about to hit the fan, I'd pull the plug.
I'm surprised he hasn't pulled the plug already.
It depends how it works. If it's set up properly,
it can work, potentially. If not, and it is a pyramid scheme, and he doesn't get out, he's got a massive situation on his hands where he could end up paying fines, court cases, and whatnot. Because straight away there's going to be a backlash from it.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting. Now, I know you want to talk about something else, so I'm going to let you quickly talk about that, just while I sort out a quick problem.
Right. Right. So.
I know you want to talk about NXT and the latest
yes.
calls up. So the Mighty Don't Kneel have just debuted, as
Yeah.
well as Nikki Storm from the UK.
Top talent.
And then also you want to talk about Samoa Joe winning the NXT title.
We've got to hit off the main point.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe. Because that'll lead into...
NXT's your area. I haven't covered this, but you've watched the highlights that they've put online.
I haven't watched all of the highlights, but I do know of the Mighty Don't Kneel with with them debuting and everything. I do know about that. However, as we're going on, I'll get straight to the main point for the NXT. NXT have actually done something quite a bit unusual, a bit different, which is they've had Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor in what most would consider a house show. Now, usually, most people would expect a title change to happen on a major event. So, for example, like a NXT takeover or something, or but the very rare odd few occasion on the usual shows, but it hasn't been changed in a long, long time. Now, take into account, Finn Balor won his title on when Beast in the East. We've had Becky. We had title changes. With Asuka becoming the women's champion on a takeover show. We've had new tag team champions on yet again a takeover show. Now we've come to Samoa Joe. Now this is sort of caused some fans to be upset and some fans to be happy with Samoa Joe winning the title on what some might consider a house show. The only problem is we don't know exactly the reason why Joe's actually won a title. Has he won a title? As in, was it planned? Which some are saying it was planned and everything. But if it is planned, then fair enough. Then you've got an idea with what they're doing, and possibly from the looks of it, are they possibly pushing Finn Balor up to the main roster onto Raw, or the other side is Finn Balor looked like he rolled on his ankle. Which, if he has rolled onto his ankle, did Joe have to win the title due to him being injured? So that's where the question is. If he's injured, then you can understand why they might have wanted him. Or something might have unfortunately happened, but they've had to change plans. Now, in my eyes, I think personally, the only way we're going to know if he's actually injured or not is most likely watch the upcoming weeks on NXT. The first show that's on TV, watch the NXT, because I guarantee they'll have to have a plan by then and see where they're going. If it was by an accident, you'll see if it's more deliberate, because straight away it'll be more. You'll see if it's more deliberate, because they'll aim it that way. They'll have Joe probably stating, blah blah blah, he wasn't good enough and everything, and sort of lead towards that. And Balor, if it was that they were planning for, Balor, Finn Balor will be getting this title rematch. If it is a genuine accident, is an injury, he won't be going straight for the rematch clause and everything to go against Joe. So in that sense, you'll know straight away if it was an actual injury or not. Now, following this, there's also another video that was released aside from WWE, which was Finn Balor, as he was leaving, he was thanking the crowd and everything, and this was outside the arena. And as he was entering the van, he literally stated, "See you all on Monday night." Now, how that can be taken as he's going to Raw, he's going to Raw, he's going to Raw. The problem with that is Finn Balor is known for being quite deceptive. He could be just doing that just to make people to be drawn towards Raw. You might be doing that just to see how interested they are on him being on Raw, just to see if it's time for him to debut. Would you agree with that?
On which bit?
Finn Balor possibly be coming up to Raw.
It'll be in the next 4 to 5 weeks. So, I take it you've just been on about, well, I've just had to step out and take a call, on about Finn Balor losing the title.
Yes.
Faking an injury.
That's the problem. Some people are saying it was a fake injury.
It was planned. It was a
And
planned injury spot because he did a tag team match the other night with Nakamura as well, 2 days after dropping the title.
Ah. So, if that's the case, lo and behold, they've done something a bit stupid then.
Oh no, it was a worked injury into the match.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's fine if it's worked injury. If they wanted to make it look better and make something more shocking, they should have kept him off, or waited until the television before having it. Before getting involved. Anyway, so what do you think of the whole fact that Finn stated, "See you all on Monday"?
Don't know what to think of it.
That's fine, because as I've already stated, Finn has been known to tease. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see where they're going with that. So straight away, we've got the NXT straight out. However,
Have you covered the Marty Don't Kneel?
I haven't actually been able to properly see that myself personally.
So, for those of you that were here with us last week or listened last week, the Marty Don't Kneel are only the second non-Japanese tag team to get awarded the honour of being tag team of the year in Japan. Big fucking deal. They don't usually give it to anyone who isn't Japanese. The last tag team to get that was Big Stan Henson and Vader.
And they were brutal.
The Marty Don't Kneel, Australian tag team. Very, very big guys. Imposing. Proper throwback heels. Vicious, in your face, scary motherfuckers. Powerful, nice finisher, know what they're doing. Won't spend that much time in NXT. The reason why I ask if you've covered the Marty Don't Kneel is because something I was speaking to a couple of people about earlier this week. We're missing heel tag teams.
Yeah.
So, they're trying to turn the Ford villains heel on Raw, but they're getting no reaction.
True, but they got a reaction on SmackDown. But the question is, was that filtered?
Well, if you can't get a reaction in the UK, where are you going to get one?
True. Very true. Right? But I do agree with that. I do actually agree. If you can't get, your heat or hated by the British Raw crowd, then there's something wrong. However, they were supposedly getting booed while cutting a promo against Enzo Amore and against Mr. 7-footer.
Yeah.
Do you know about that
Big
promo?
Cass.
Yes. Do you know about the promo? It was quite a bit of a back and forth. Come on, speak up.
People will hate this, but that gimmick that they've got, the Ford villains, is fine in a crowd of 300 to 400 smarky people. You stick it in front of 7,000, 8,000 people, half who are just the casual fans. You might as well roll a fucking tumbleweed out with them.
You don't know.
They don't know. They don't know what to think about it. There was something I watched online, and it basically summed it up. Do people want to watch two not in shape wrestlers, and I'm doing inverted commas when I say not in shape,
Inverted.
with bollock high tights wrestling? Because one of them looks like he's about £180 piss wet through. And he's wearing Simon Cowell tights, where they come past his waist. You can practically get him up to his nipple. And then the other one's got a singlet that looks like it chokes the life out of his budgie.
Oh.
And do people want to see what is a throwback to the 1920s? This is 2016. Do you care about what happened 96 years ago?
I care in some sort of historical way to pay tribute and everything.
Do you care what happened 5 years ago?
What happened?
So you don't. So why not try to invert them into something that would be more worthwhile?
So basically what you're saying is, why don't we change them into something more relevant?
Yes. If you want a gimmick to go over, you need the gimmick to work for the audience that you're pandering to. Now, if you're pandering to 300 people and they want something different, fine.
Pander them.
That gimmick works. Because that's something different, wacky and unique. It's the reason why Adam Rose was over in NXT.
And not getting in trouble countless times.
And
We'll get to that in a bit.
in all fairness, half the Exotic Express were probably out the audience anyway.
Or actual local talent.
But there's more people in the Exotic Express at times than there were in the audience. But that's why that gimmick works. But didn't work on the main roster because 3,000, 4,000 people couldn't get behind that. They were like, why the fuck is there a bunny?
Who's in the bunny?
Why is there a
it-
bunny?
The bunny's entertaining. Who's the guy that's with the bunny?
But it's... You need to pander to what
and
your most common denominator is, and at the moment, they're not. A brilliant match, and the money match, would be the New Day versus Cass and Enzo. That would be the money match.
Ain't gonna happen.
No, because both draw, so you put them against different people you want to build up, but if you want to set the tag team alive and have people talking about it like they used to with the Dudleys, Hardys, Edge and Christian, let them go at it.
But they
Give
won't.
them the time.
They won't.
If not, throw the Dudleys in there. Bring Velvet Sky up so we can have Kamala.
Yep.
And let's go for it.
The entertaining as hell.
But,
We're not.
no, they need to play to the common
From the
denominators.
sound of it, it sounds like prediction here, this is prediction, this isn't results.
New Day versus the Flawed Villains. Dudleys will cost the Enzo and Cass at Payback, leading to a match at Extreme Rules, leading to that, the Dudleys winning at Extreme Rules but losing at the next pay-per-view when Kamala comes up and stops Velvet Sky. Yes, you will see Velvet Sky in the corner of the Dudley boys. Bubba Ray, you are one lucky son of a bitch.
Lucky.
You must have something big on it, or big in your bank account.
And no one is lucky enough to have both.
You're either born with brains or money, never both.
And you ain't got neither. So we picked you, Sam Guy. We picked you.
So, let's move on to drug abuse.
What?
I told you to stop stalling it on street corners. You've got Adam Rose suspended and
Whoa,
Connor.
whoa.
Because of you, Adam Rose and Connor have now been suspended for 60 days.
I don't sell drugs.
Why are you trying to enhance the performance of the Duracell bunny?
What?
Adam Rose.
Right, folks. Let me just get this fact straight out. I don't do drugs. Never have. I won't do drugs. I won't do performance drugs and everything. Medical purposes only. And that is not a drug.
Yes,
Not
it
a
is.
performance.
Caffeine is a performance-enhancing drug.
Right. Is it illegal?
It should be.
Should be, is what you're saying. I'm not getting involved in that argument with coffee or whatnot because everyone has their own ups and downs in regards to that. And last time I checked, I'm not the only one who drinks Lucozade.
But I aren't a professional wrestler.
Really? I'm going to put that finger away before I snap it off. Anyway. I don't do drugs, and just explain. I have not got them in trouble at all. For once, they don't even know me.
All I heard was Colt 45 and 2 zigzags, and then Adam Rose magically appeared. Riding the Magic Dragon.
My head is hurting. I'm going to finish and say, I feel like I'm having an aneurysm. Good Lord.
No, so both Connor and Adam Rose have been done for breach.
Of the wellness policy.
And most people won't
60
realise
days.
is... Most realises? Yeah.
Most
Speak
people
proper
may
English,
or
I
may
mean.
not realise.
That this is their second breach each. And people go, well, why hasn't WWE told us for the first instance? Well, people...
They may have already done it, but
No, they haven't.
did they not?
Loophole. If they're in developmental,
They don't have to say anything.
because developmental back in the day wasn't NXT.
It was
FCW or OC or OVW or wherever they came from, you know,
Yeah.
which doesn't come under the WWE banner. You ask Jim
Whoa,
Cornette.
whoa.
We're not a small business.
Right, just
We're
stop
not a big
where you are, Stop where
business.
you are. Just so you know, folks, and my colleague keeps forgetting this. We're not being recorded on video. So, put your hands up doing air quotes means Jack. Explain where you put the air quotations around. So,
You've interrupted me again. Carry on.
you did it around the WWE, didn't you?
Yeah.
Carry on.
So, as Jim Cornette says, they're not a privately traded business. They're not a publicly traded business.
We're just trying to make some money.
They're just trying to make some money. So leave me the fuck alone.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Go fuck yourself. But no. So when if they're in, so if they're in, so if they're being advertised like with a WWE star, it's because WWE have sent the star down to them.
Yes.
But if they're training a star and they violate a Wellness Policy Act, it doesn't get
Quite.
it doesn't get public knowledge because they're not literally signed under WWE at that moment
Or
in
the
time.
thought of... The public don't know that they're here.
Yeah.
They don't need to know.
So Connor's first violation, I think, was 2009.
Possibly.
And Adam Rose's was 2012, I think. Not
Yep.
100% certain of the dates. I only browsed over them the other day. Forgot to write them down because I've been quite busy this week.
What's wrong with being
But
busy?
their violations weren't ever made public, which is why people were shocked that there were 60 days.
Yeah.
Now, Adam Rose is arguing that it shouldn't be a violation because it's for prescribed drugs.
Yeah.
But everyone knows what the stick is, and It's WWE's way or no way.
It's either their way or the highway or
Yeah. But
as much and it.
In all
probably
fairness-
hasn't done Adam Rose any favours
no.
by arguing it, by bringing it up, saying the results are going to be coming in. We'll prove it. Blah blah blah.
Do you think we'll see Fandango during the social outcasts?
Well, we've already seen one new person during the social outcast.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't one of them the guys who were in trouble a tag team?
Connor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tag team partner.
Victor.
There you go.
Is he joined, has he?
He's with the social outcast. They've actually been having him around. House
I
shows,
thought
so-
he was part of the Cosmic Wasteland.
Was, but it's now looking more like he's now social outcast. Seeing as his best bud's now in trouble for 2 months.
Well, he's an outcast, I don't know about social. But
In all fairness, him being in the social outcast or being where he currently was.
Road Warrior Victor.
No. He was not a road boy.
Had the spikes, had the face paint.
No. Was he better being part of the Ascension or social outcast?
Or neither.
Or just not on TV at all?
Send him back down to NXT, split them up. Give him a good singles gimmick. Don't turn him Italian, Vince. Don't turn him Italian. Do not go. I'm going to turn that son bitch Italian.
And definitely not to cheerleader. Male cheerleader.
And not the Boogeyman.
Oh good lord. We don't want more times getting slapped.
So, that's violations done. I know I mentioned this earlier, and this is the last thing that we're going to discuss this week.
Well,
Who do you
for major topics anyway.
Who do you think are the best wrestling fans in the world?
I can't really say that. I'm definitely going to be biased on this. I'm going to say Britain. British fans. UK fans.
Can you justify why?
Biggest crowds, loudest noise. Name me. Well, think about it. A good example, TNA. Let's travel in America. Low numbers. Come out to the UK. Boom. Numbers are through the roof. The numbers are through the roof.
Is a UK crowd better than a Chicago crowd?
That's tough. Because they're similar. They are similar, aren't they? Because they both don't take any crap, do they? Do you agree? Agreed.
Right, so let's rule out the fans that aren't as good as the UK. Canadians.
I'm saying I am not going to be judging other countries. I'll leave that to you. That's going to be your expertise because I'm not offending.
Not offending. We're just stating an opinion. So this is an opinion of mine. I don't think Canadians are as good as us because Canada is the only country you can go and it's like Bizarro Land where...
Where have I heard that before? Where have I heard that before? Oh, sorry, Jerry the King. I didn't know you were here.
A face Shawn Michaels is still the most hated man on the planet 19 years later.
Still hated?
You know, Law Resistance, a heel tag team, get a face reception. If you aren't from Canada, you don't get fuck all reaction.
Unless you're a heart.
Yeah, if your name isn't Hart or
Trained by a heart.
Lance Storm,
You don't mean nothing.
if you don't come from that country, the fans aren't really going to join up. You know, some of them might. Like, but on the most part, they don't really contribute much to the product. They just sit on their hands and don't really speak that much. They just pop if you're
Chris
Canadian.
Jericho,
Canadian.
Kevin Owens,
Canadian.
Tyson,
Trained by Bret Hart, married to Neidhart.
Canadian, and basically you're saying they're useless.
Oh no, I'm saying the fans are useless.
Ah.
Wrestling talent they produce, fucking brilliant.
I'm not judging fans on this one because it's awkward. Some people can say it's bizarre, well, but then again, each crowd's different. You know, take into account Chicago, and saying they'll do whatever they want, but then next minute
They contribute to the product. So, if you're watching Raw, would you rather watch it with a vocal Chicago Britain crowd, or a quiet, dull, Lance Storm Canadian crowd?
not all Canadian crowds are dull and boring. Not all. Not all. Well, if they were so dull, I don't think Edge and Christian would have gotten that far.
Canadians.
Yes. Would they?
They cheered their own.
Rhino.
Canadian.
I'm not open my case here, am I? Carry on. Carry on, never mind me. Carry on. Carry on. Whatever what that. What's the next one you want to upset?
I'm saying, just on the most part, the Canadian crowds don't contribute to making the show what it is. Produce brilliant talent, just don't contribute. Whereas if you go to somewhere like Philadelphia, great crowds, made ECW what it was. If something wasn't good, they told you it wasn't good.
If you made a mistake, they clearly told you.
John Cena went in there wearing Kevlar.
He had to! He wasn't going to be Superman that night.
Sandman could have fell from the top story drinking beer and the fuckers would have caught him at the bottom.
Kiss me!
He could have jumped 20 foot and still made it.
Oh, scary visual there. Geronimo!
So, where else are we looking? So, UK, if something's good, we'll tell you it's good. If something's wank, we'll tell you it's wank. If we're bored, you know we're bored because we're lost for JBL or Michael Cole.
Oh.
And if we're asking for Michael Cole, sweet Jesus Christ on a bike.
No. JBL? No, JBL. JBL's a... Come on. JBL is was a wrestling god, as he used to always state. But when you get to Michael Cole, oh good lord.
You know, is Tennessee a wrestling hotbed anymore?
Depends on how much the other company has damaged it.
Would all the wrestlers get a reaction in? Watch Raw over the next couple of weeks, and you'll see what I mean. There's a reason why they keep going back to roughly the same places.
Stop breaking stuff, sound guy. You're meant to be fixing the equipment, not breaking it.
So, WrestleMania gets traded to Miami, New Orleans, Texas, and a few more places.
Yeah, the one place that I would actually like to see it myself, of a WrestleMania,
is
you won't.
Wembley.
Yeah. Damn right I would. Because I know
It's
we filmed.
the time zones and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't think in the next 20 years we'll get a WrestleMania.
Nope.
We might get a SummerSlam.
Yay! But we won't get a WrestleMania.
We won't get a WrestleMania. I'd like us to have a Royal Rumble.
Oh, that'd be special. We'd have to go to that one.
A Royal Rumble would be nice.
Yeah.
Returning William Regal as a one-off appearance. Get in.
Done. I'm changing my name just this one moment to Philip J. Fry. Here, take my money!
You know, William Regal surprise entry into the Royal Rumble.
Card will just lose it. And you for one know they'd lose it.
Yeah. But it's... I don't think we'll ever see a WrestleMania, but a Royal Rumble, a SummerSlam, I think is achievable. Like, if you want to make Royal Rumble seem like a big event for, say, the 35th anniversary, why not hold it in an 80,000 seat stadium where you know it'll sell out? Quite easily sell 8,000 tickets for a Royal Rumble. Pack a couple of British well-known stars in there, and you're away, aren't you?
You're gone. You're done. You're sold. Alright.
Like, could you imagine, in about 5 years' time, Drew McIntyre returning to WWE in the Royal Rumble? Or if it's just a one-off like Bully Ray did a couple of years ago.
Be interesting.
The crowd would erupt.
It would.
William Regal making a surprise 4 or 5 minute cameo.
Eruption. Regal's still getting pops even in America. Imagine if it's in Britain. Boom. Butts on seats. Butts on seats.
But that's fine, right, so we're going to wrap this up for this week.
Well, actually, there is one thing we've got to do before that. There is one more thing that we did originally start. 5. 5 things. Our top 5. Or worst 5. And I don't think we've done this properly in this current.
Why?
It's an impact to the head. It's going to end the match.
How many people has the pedigree finished off in the last couple of years, apart from Brie Bella?
Triple H. When he hits the pedigree, it ends the match. Except for Roman Reigns.
And Dean Ambrose.
It didn't finish him off. It finished him off.
Kicked out of one.
It finished him. That's all I saw. It finished him. No comment. 2.
I like the Styles Clash.
Terrifies me. Terrifies me. Actually have one done to you.
I think I'd pay good money to watch someone do a Styles Clash to you.
That's Scott Schuyler.
I can imagine Carl's head just dangling going, don't you dare drop me on my head. Your brother would have shit himself.
Cousin.
Brother.
Cousin.
Brother.
Cousin.
Cousin.
Cousin. Nice try.
Brother.
Cousin.
He would have shit himself watching that going, please drop him on his head, please drop Matt on his head, please drop Matt on his head. Oh shit, he's still fine.
It's most moves. It's one of the rare moves where you have to take it differently. And if you take it the way you take most moves, say goodbye to your neck. The fact that it's broken 2 people's necks. 2 wrestlers. Can you name them?
Now one of them's in ICW.
Yes, he is.
He's on commentary at the moment. I fucking forgot his name. I was watching him at LCW a couple of months back. His name's on the tip of my tongue. I just forgot his name. One of them's Yoshitatsu,
Correct.
and I forget the British one.
Lionheart.
Yeah.
There you go. Lionheart. Yeah. Wasn't pretty.
No, there's one as well after Lionheart.
Well, but the main 2 that get
That was
points.
done by Lionheart. He's injured someone doing the clash, I think.
No. He used it to win a title.
Yeah.
He didn't injure them, he used it to win a title. Which, if I'm not mistaken, was in ICW.
Yeah.
So he didn't injure him, he used it to win the title, which shocked people. Because he broke his neck.
Mm.
He used the move that broke his neck. And it's a bit of a dangerous one in my eyes, but okay, it's on your list. My next one. This might sound unusual for some, but for me, I thought it was a bit of an interesting move, a different move for for a different sort of slam. Kurt Angle's.
The angle slam.
Yeah. Now, it just seems like it's a bit of a typical backdrop to some people. It's not. You've got to take into account the angle. Yes, I know, that's quite fitting with his name. That he's slamming the mat. And take this into account. Okay, other wrestlers can do this and everything, but Kurt Angle is an Olympic freaking gold medalist. And as you probably heard him multiple times say, I did it with a broken freaking neck! Which he did. I think if he was going to do an angle slam onto you, it's going to come with some force. And you're not going to land softly. Would you agree? Moving on.
This just because I like the move. The Canadian Destroyer.
Devastation.
Insane. How he invented that. What was his inspiration behind that move? I'd love to ask him.
I just felt like flipping and doing a power driver.
Because if that goes wrong, the other person's got so much trust.
Definitely. Because you've got to have a lot of faith, and the odd thing about it is, and the sick thing about it, I've actually seen it go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Luckily enough, the end result wasn't a broken neck. However, it was a trip to the A&E with a concussion.
I've seen one done off the second rope before. From P.D. Williams.
Yeah. It just looked death. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty much game over, declare him dead. And it is one of the moves where it is shock-inspiring. And it is. Shall I mention my next one?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with an old-fashioned one. And this one is because it's... A lot of people do this move as a regular move. But I'm not going to call it the typical...
Leg drop?
Nope. DDT. Jake the Snake's version of the DDT. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do a lot of DDTs. You've seen Randy Orton's DDT, which, okay, elevated, bang. That could hurt. And you've seen so many different DDTs, like the Rocks, boom, boom. But when Jake did it, it's like everybody else. DDT, they're kicking out at 2. Jake the Snake did it. Get a medic! Or call the morgue. He ain't getting back up. He's out. And the funny thing about it is how they actually came about with it. You actually know the story?
It slipped.
From him slipping. He was grappling with somebody in the front face lock, and his leg slipped underneath him, and he accidentally dropped someone on the head. Ow. I would not want to be someone.
The first recipient of the DDT.
I would not want
You don't want to be the guinea pig.
of any move. I'm just going to try something on you. What do you mean? Something new. Will it hurt? You don't know. Unfortunately, this guy wasn't prepared, so he just took a bump on his head. I wonder if he had a concussion. What would you say?
Probably.
Most likely. I just hope that the small insult is on standby.
My fourth one.
What?
The Tombstone or the Credible Driver.
You mean that's incredible?
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. A tombstone pile driver.
Down in the dungeon.
Yeah, the alternative name. Definitely. but it's the tombstone. No, sound guy, as much as you want me to say that, I will not state that. I do not care. We are wrestling. We are not citing a page out of the Kama Sutra just for your pleasure. It's a tombstone. It's dropping someone on their head. And the scary thing about this move is, if done right, looks devastating.
If done wrong, looks devastating.
It is devastating and can end careers. Because we already know how devastating it can be. Because we've seen a variation of it, where it was a tombstone pile driver version, which Owen Hart did on Steve Austin. And if I'm not mistaken, what happened?
I never quite got why, because Justin Incredible used to sit out on it as well, didn't he? Never used to go on his knees, he used to go on his horse.
No, he always went to his knees.
Did he? Well, Owen Hart did it when he fell on his horse.
Yeah.
And I still don't quite understand why he tried to do it that way.
It's because it was a different variation. Some people could say Rikishi's his version, his.
Well, this is a Samoan driver, though, isn't
but
it?
still, it's still the same action. It's still the same position. Still, just take into account the position, even if they're lumped over the shoulder or not. The head is still going straight down.
I know, but if I've got a choice between a 6'4" Rikishi or a 5'10" Owen Hart,
Agreed.
I think I'd rather take a Rikishi driver.
Agreed, but in this case, with Owen,
because he was draped with his legs over the shot.
Agreed.
It wasn't weight around the waist
that's
sort
how
of thing.
it should have been with Austin as well. It was just the fact that, just for the drop, Austin slipped a little bit lower. Which, regardless of if you draped over someone's shoulder or not, if you, just for as they're dropping, you slid down a little bit lower, you're in Pain City. You're in Broken Neck City.
Mm.
You're in serious trouble.
So what's your fourth one?
My fourth one has to be, and we've got to go with this.
I'll just read through
Sound guys.
Sound Guys 5.
Because he wants to join in.
Yeah, so he's got the power bomb, tombstone power driver,
Unfortunately, you can't use one of them.
angle slam,
Can't use.
the stunner, and the ankle lock.
Or was it the angle lock?
No, it says an
No,
ankle lock from
I'll call it
Ken
ankle
Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock.
Patriot lock from Jack Swagger.
Yeah. So we'll just need to have one. Oh, no, actually two, if I'm not mistaken. Because you can't have that one or that one. Because that one will be essentially the tombstone power driver, and that one I already mentioned. So you need to pick two more. So, moving on. My fourth one, it's going to have to be a submission. It may be a naughty submission, that some people don't like, and Vince McMahon may curse us actually saying it. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Kimura? No. Crossface. The crossface. I choose the crossface simply because it was at the time when it came out a unique move, different, and it's a move that not only is it painful, as much as most, take into account a Boston Crab, you've got your arms to move. You agree? Ankle lock, you've got a foot and you've got your arms to move. Right? Now, where most people's pulling strength or pushing power is going to be in the arms, correct?
I know, but you've got your whole body to swap the momentum with. So if you roll onto your back, you basically counter it into a pin.
You do, but then it can just be rolled back straight into the position.
But that's the same with most moves.
True. But even so, you've got the arm trapped, and it's more of the nerve as well, and leaning back. It's the reason why I pick it is because it's also a move I've actually experienced, and it hurts.
Yeah, okay. My fifth one. I'm going to go with the Cradle Shock.
Cradle Shock. Which
From Chris Sabin.
a modified Michinoku driver. Can't fault you there.
It's just the way that Chris Sabin does it. I've watched him do it from catching someone from a crossbody block, roll through and Cradle Shock. And it was just awesome.
You liked how he not only was the Cradle Shock a move that could be done uniquely, you liked the fact that it was a counter to the Canadian Destroyer, didn't you?
Mm.
It's one like, it's not just the fact that it's a Michinoku driver he's doing on you, it's how he's positioning the legs.
Yeah.
So
Into a pinning attempt straight away.
yeah, pretty much game over.
And then I'd just like to give an honourable mention to Doug Williams for Chaos Theory.
Good call. Definitely good call. Can't complain there. I can't complain there for sure.
A rolling German.
Yeah. Right. I'm trying to think. I'm going to call it by its old name. And you'll know straight away what it is. It was known as God's Last Gift. And it was used by a former WWE champion. But it was never used at WWE. It's a
Package power driver.
It's not a package power driver. It's known as a small package driver. You don't know what that is?
Is it done by Kevin Owens?
No. It was formerly done by Seth Rollins.
Right.
And it's done by the current X Division champion on TNA. It's a bit of a dangerous move. Basically, he lifts him up into a suplex and drops them. And as he's dropping them, he's landing their bodies in a small package. The reason why I wanted to pick the package power driver, which is devastating in its own right, but I'm picking this because it's a unique move that you don't get to see every day. It's not one you don't see every day, because how many people can say straight away a move just drops straight into the submission? Not many.
No.
But I'm going to have two honourable mentions here.
Well, I've got one more if you don't cover it.
One would be, you already mentioned it, package power driver. And the other one is what some would call the end of heartache. You have seen it. Do you know this one?
The Catatonic?
Oh no, this is just bang, incorporated. Roderick Strong does it. And I will say, on one show I've seen him do, I've actually seen him do it to Drew Galloway. How big's Drew?
Quite big.
You've seen Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Who's bigger?
Drew.
He vertically suplexed him up, and as he's making him fall, he lands him into a backcracker mid-air.
Mine's close to that.
That's paying, isn't it?
Mine's close.
To be honest,
I wanted the honourable mention of the Halivator.
it's a variation, but yours is into a rock bottom, mine's into the backcracker. Both unique moves, both very devastating. Definitely good shout out. So that will be ours.
Well, if you're asking me this a couple of years ago, I would have put the super kick on there. But since Shawn Michaels has retired, it's lost the art.
It has lost the art. It's
The Young Bucks have killed it.
It's a super kick party.
Go shove your super kick party up your cunts.
We definitely know you don't like them. A super kick.
We could do loads of moves, but we're just going to kick you a load of times. Go join UFC or something. Or better yet, try kick Kenta. You go kick a deer with Tommy and see who comes off the better.
Oh! Folks, actually, if you want to do that, boys, just before you do it, ask Eddie Edwards what happened. Just ask him. He took a bit of a kick beating.
In all fairness, if they want to do Super Kit Party, you go against Nakamura and Tommy. I would quite happily watch the Strong Style for one match.
So basically, you just want to see how many knees get done, don't you?
I just want to see how long it takes to knock them out.
No comment to that. Speechless.
We'll come to my love of the Young Bucks another time. Basically ruining wrestling one step at a time.
We'll save that for another day. I can already see the eye twitching already.
Oh, son of bastards.
Eyes twitching. Please stop. Anyway, that's it for today. We're going to have to say that's a wrap. Would you agree?
Mm.
So, for a change, get yourself over.
I'm here. Over.
Where can we find you?
Here.
How can they get in touch with you? Don't say here!
Message the show.
How can they contact you when we're not on the air live?
See, he's regretting this. He thought he was being clever. Right, so you can find me on all the usual mediums and platforms. Like here. Facebook and Outlook and Xbox.
Yes. Carry on.
And everywhere else. So you find me on Facebook at Nathan Goff, find me on Twitter at The Wrestling's Fourth Wall, Outlook at The Burning Truth at Outlook.com, Xbox is Alexander Owens.
Is that you covered?
Yeah, and you can find me playing pool in the Plaza Pool League.
Which we proudly sponsor. And you can find myself, Matt Burns,
Here.
here.
There.
Don't you
And
dare say.
everywhere.
Don't you dare say. It's alright. You didn't say what I thought he was going to say. I'm going to carry on. While the good is. While it's good. While it's good. Right.
You can catch
I'm
him selling his pack.
Stop! Don't even go there! Don't even go there!
Jokes on paraphernalia.
I do not! Right. I'm Matt Burns. You can find me on Facebook at
No
Matt
shit.
Burns UK. You can find me on Twitter at Matt.
The drug seller!
No! I am Matt.
The Bad Boy 69 Burns.
You can find me at Matt the Bad Boy Burns.
69.
No, 69. Email me at mattburns04@hotmail.com. You can always find me at The Burning Truth. You can find me on my own website, which is www.matt-burns.co.uk.
/I
Leave
am
that.
a mature.
I am not a mature. And as always, you can always find us on the podcast every week.
Here.
Here.
Apart from next week.
Apart from next week, which is going to be recorded most likely on a different day. However, if you do follow us on our social medias and everything, you will actually be updated on that as well. So, with that being said, you know how to contact us. Do contact us if you have any subjects you want us to cover. And with that, stay safe, be well, check out your local wrestling, and see you.
Goodbye, folks. We're always here. Here!